Hey everybody, this is Professor Eskew. I want to make this short little video and take us through the syllabus together. So I'm in Blackboard. I am at our course homepage, and if you come over here to the left and click on Syllabus, it will take you to the page where you have a link for the syllabus PDF. So please feel free, over here is a print button. Feel free to print this syllabus off if you prefer. I would encourage you to certainly print off the last page, which is the tentative schedule, and that outlines all of the different assignments and when they are due. So here we are at the front page. You're going to get some information as far as the description, the learning, course outcomes, what information we'll be covering. But what's important on this page is the CRN number, the course reference number, 89019. The reason that is important is I really need for you to, whenever you email me, put that CRN number in the subject line of your email so that I can go directly to your class and answer your question or respond to your concern in a very timely fashion. Otherwise, if I don't have that CRN, I tend to put you in a pile of emails to answer when I have some time. And the reason I do that is I have over 350 students in the semester, and it takes me a while, if you don't give me the CRN, to have to research all of the classes, figure out where you are, and then be able to answer the question from there. Okay? So let's go on down, and here is the textbook that we're using in this course. You can buy the textbook at the bookstore in a bundle. You will need to buy if you're going to buy a hard copy of the textbook, you need to buy a bundle. So you'll buy the textbook and you'll have to buy an access code for My BCom Lab. You don't have to buy the textbook, however. You can buy just the access code either through the website here in Blackboard. You can go into Pearson and purchase it directly, and you will get the ebook. Or if you choose, you can go to a third-party retailer and buy the textbook and the access code, or just the access code, whatever is best for you. But if you do go through a third party, please make sure that the access code is for the 7th edition of the textbook. Otherwise, you're going to buy the access code and it's not going to work when you try to register it in My BCom Lab. Okay? So here are all of the different assignments. Please don't be overwhelmed. It's not as bad as it looks. And then the grading scale. So the first 2 weeks of the course, you're going to be spending time doing three things, I guess, primarily. One is a short little assignment getting started with My BCom Lab. All that is a tour of My BCom Lab, how to do the assignments. There's some different assignments, how to make sure that you're submitting them correctly, and all of that great information. Then there are 9 grammar and writing reviews. So I have you do a quick and dirty review of all of your English. So your grammar, your spelling, your punctuation, your capitalization, making sure that your sentences aren't overly wordy, those type of issues. So that is your first 2 weeks, in addition to a discussion board. Your discussion board in this class, there's just one, is a video discussion board where you're going to actually introduce yourself to the class, and then you'll come in and you'll look at a couple videos of your classmates and you'll respond to 3 of them. So it's important in the discussion board that you understand that there are 2 due dates. One, the first due date is earlier, and that's when you have to create your video and upload it into the discussion board. And then a few days later, your due date is for posting to responses to your classmates. Okay, and there's information, there's tons of videos in the announcements that show you how to do the video, how to upload it, how to caption it. So it's all there for you, but you can also feel free to email me. Then there's dynamic study modules, and this is week starting week 3. You'll have a dynamic study module, you'll have a homework, and you'll have a chapter quiz every week. So we cover all of the chapters, but you can be rest assured that you're going to have at least those 3 assignments. The dynamic study module will take you through the chapter, giving you the highlights of the chapter. You can do that. You have 2 attempts per question on your dynamic study modules, so take advantage of that. Your homework is either a video, a simulation, or a document makeover. The homework, you only have 1 attempt on whichever one of these assignments is for the week, and you'll only have 1 of the assignments. So it will either be a video, a simulation, or a document makeover. It won't be any combination of those, okay? And then your chapter quiz, there's 14 of those, there's 14 chapters, and those are timed. And all of that information that I've just given you is, I'll show you here in the syllabus. You can find it and go over it yourself. I do not extend assignments, but what I do is if you miss the due date, you can go in the next day and complete the assignment, but you take a 50% penalty on the points that you earned, okay? Also, all assignments are due at 11:59 on the due date, so please make sure that you align yourself in your calendar with the due dates. So there's a total of 1,290 points available to you in this course. The grading scale is the typical 90, 80, 70, 60 scale. They are a large, so it's a 10% gap in the letter grades, and because it's such a large percentage gap, I do not round grades, so please be cognizant of that. Here's what I was telling you, the descriptions of each one of the assignments, so please read over those. And then let me go back up here real quick because I didn't cover this. There are 2 projects in the class. One of them is a diversity project, and the other is a preparation for employment. Oh, forgive me. They're 2 different projects due 2 different times within the semester. Each one of them is worth 200 points. One of them requires you to do some research and do an actual presentation and submit that. The other one is a preparation for employment, where you'll be doing your resume, your cover letter, your video resume, your LinkedIn profile, and then you'll also tell me what job you're applying for, as well as doing a short paper that discusses the project as a whole. Okay, I'll get back down here, and here is the discussion of those. When it gets closer to the time for the projects, I also post videos discussing the projects. There is a tab on the course menu for projects. I give you, for the presentation, a sample of what I'm expecting, so you'll have a good idea of what I'm looking for there, and the same thing for the employment project, so I don't leave you hanging, okay? Here's some other information that you need to take heed of. Here is the add drop withdrawal schedule. This is some important dates that you need to be made aware of. First is to pay or add a class, also to drop without getting a W on your transcript, and being eligible for a refund. Those dates are all February 9th. If you want to take the class, pass or no pass, if that is an option, your date is March 5th, and the last date to withdraw without receiving a letter grade is April 13th. You won't be able to withdraw after April 13th, and if you don't withdraw, then I'm required to give you a letter grade, so please know that, okay? Attendance, the important thing with attendance is this: the first 2 weeks you need to complete some assignment. Again, there is a free trial period on My BCom Lab, so you can go out immediately, register for that, and complete an assignment. If you do not complete an assignment within the first 2 weeks, at the end of the second week, I have to drop you from the class according to district policy. Here's some other information, code of conduct. If you need any assistance or accommodations for your class, please know that you need to go to our DSPS office here at Mesa. Meet with the counselor, get your appropriate documentation, submit that documentation to me, and I'm more than happy to give you those accommodations. Also know if you're a City or Miramar student and you've already met at the DSPS office, you also need to meet at the DSPS office here at Mesa. Again, that's one of their requirements. If you're going to be leaving us at the end of this semester, make sure that you go to the Transfer Center at least a couple times during the semester to make sure that you have actually completed all the requirements. I'm sure that you realize that the UC and the CSU system constantly are changing the requirements, and those happen multiple times within a semester. So I would advise you to please go at least twice to make sure that all of your requirements are met and you don't have any surprises at the end of the semester. Our Academic Skill Centers, which is our tutoring center, is located in the LRC, which is our library. On the first floor, there is a whole fleet of computers that are free for students to use. On the second floor is the Writing Center. So as you have your writing assignments, if you need assistance or someone to just do a quick review and help you can use that tool. The fourth floor is the actual tutoring center for all of the other classes. So if you're taking other classes with us, please feel free to use that. Also, if you look on the home page on the left-hand side, you'll see a tab for NetTutor. NetTutor is an online tutoring service. Many times there is a live tutor that you can access right from your computer at home. If there is no one available, then you certainly can submit a question or a document through NetTutor, and you will get a response within 24 hours emailed back to you. If you're a veteran, please take advantage of our Veterans Resource Center here on campus. And there's a link there for you to give you all that information. And then if any of you are struggling with food or living insecurities, please feel free to contact our Dean of Student Services. The Dean of Student Services is in the I-400 building, which is the large gold building on the north side of campus. If you're uncomfortable going there or seeking those resources yourself, please feel free to contact me, and I will make sure that we get you together with the appropriate resources. Okay, the last thing. Here's the tentative class schedule. This I absolutely encourage you to print off and keep handy. It goes week by week. It tells you all of the assignments that are due. And it's just a great tool for you to help. Please note, though, on the last week that all of your assignments are due on Friday, May 25th. Okay? So that's the only real change on the due date on the schedule. Otherwise, they're pretty consistent in their due dates. So that's the syllabus. I hope this little tour helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day.